Well, welcome to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and as you can see, it's raining, and they just canceled practice for the day at 3 p.m. local time. I hope I don't seem too flabbergasted throughout this video, but I apologize. I just met Roger Penske and shook his hand, so that was pretty starstruck moment for me. I guess I've met Roger, AJ, Mario, a whole bunch of people. Believe it or not, we actually got up to a whole lot of things today, despite the fact that the weather did not cooperate today. So let's remind everyone about what happened yesterday, because I feel like, we may end up forgetting it by the time Thursday comes around. So this is my report yesterday on the speeds and times that were put in and where everybody stacked up in the speed charts. We're going to start out, of course, you heard from him already, Takuma Sato at 228.9 miles an hour. And as you heard from him, that was a big toe lap. Scott Dixon in second. The first car in the 227 mile per hour bracket, he set that very, very early on. And one of the things I'm going to touch on later in this video is that the Ganassi cars are very strong. Case in point, Jimmie Johnson. Fast in the no-toe, actually third fastest in no-toe, third fastest in the toe times at 227.7, just like Scott Dixon. Marcus Ericsson. You're noticing a trend here, it's Ganassi, 227.0. Rinus VeeKay was fast again in the no-toe times and fast in the toe times at 226.9. Alex Palou, again, Ganassi, 226. David Malukas, who was surprising, I would say, as a rookie, the second fastest rookie. Of course, he's a true rookie. Jimmie Johnson, very, very experienced. But Dale Coyne really showing a lot of speed. I mentioned it in my garage video that the Dale Coyne team is using oval-specific cars. They were not using those in April, despite the fact that they showed some serious speed. Sage Karam set his fastest time of practice in the first practice session before the Stefan Wilson session. That was at 226 miles an hour. The first of the Penske cars, Joseph Newgarden in ninth. Tony Kanaan rounding out the top 10 for the number one Chip Ganassi racing car. That is the slowest Ganassi car in the field. 5 Ganassi cars in the top 10 on speed. Marco Andretti in the number 98 car. The great debate of whether that car is blue or purple rages on. Devlin DeFrancesco is actually the fastest, or the second fastest Andretti Autosport car. I almost forgot that Marco Andretti drives for Andretti Autosport. That's the kind of day I'm having. Simon Pagenaud, he was my early pick for the Indianapolis 500. I think he's still going to be quite strong. And then you see AJ Foyt racing, Dalton Kellett and J.R. Hildebrand. You'll hear from both of them later on today. Felix Rosenquist looked great in traffic. Connor Daly, ditto. Will Power, again, a driver who's won this race before. What else do you have to say? Santino Ferrucci was really pounding the pavement in FP1. Looked like he fell off a little bit in FP2, but again, it could be just a matter of working on a different goals. Graham Rahal, he's always fast, but usually only in the race. Elio Castroneves returning to not only the Indianapolis Motor Speedway to defend, but his car's trying to defend as well. He's in the same car that he won the race in last year. Callum Ilott has looked very impressive, and I'm looking at him as potentially even a dark horse to win the race, believe it or not. A lot of people saying Pato O'Ward is one of the strongest cars in traffic, so look for him. Jack Harvey in 25th, Kyle Kirkwood in 26th. Christian Lundgaard in his debut at the Indianapolis 500. A lot of rookies this year. Colton Herta, Alexander Rossi down there at the back for Andretti Autosport. If this was a bumping year, I would say, maybe there's a problem, but probably not. Ed Carpenter was fast on the no-toes, but in the toes, he's 30th. Juan Pablo Montoya, ditto. Remember, those two were at the back in the April test. I wouldn't worry about them too much. Romain Grosjean in 32nd place. That's a little bit surprising. And bringing up the rear is Stefan Wilson. But again, considering how much track time the other teams and drivers have had in this, you have to give them a lot of credit for being only 0.7 of a mile an hour off of 32nd place. So like I said, we definitely got around this speedway quite a bit. As maybe you can tell by how much water is on this jacket. One of the people we got to talk to was the most recent winner in IndyCar racing, and his name is Colton Herta. We talked to him about a variety of different things, some things you won't hear until the end of this video, but for the serious racing portion, here you go, talking to Colton Herta. All right, we're here with Colton Herta. It's raining. I'm miserable. Are you miserable?
Yes and no. It's pretty miserable out, but I think that we have good cars, so I don't think we need all the track time, so it's kind of nice.
Kind of. Well, let's go back to the Indy GP, because in these conditions, actually way worse conditions than these. You were pretty quick. A great strategy call from your dad. When do we got to get you having those kind of strategy calls in the 500? Because, I mean, God almighty, that outlap, too, was unbelievable.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. And as like a racing driver, those are the hardest conditions for us to be in, like wet to dry and dry back to wet. So it was an interesting one. Like you watching it and even driving in it, like I was in the lead, but did not know who was going to win because the rain switched up quick, and whoever was on wet tires at that point would have shot to the front, and whoever was at dry tires at some other points shot to the front. So it was an interesting one.
So, obviously, you've had about 3 days, 2 in April, 1 now, here on the oval. Where are you feeling? Because you guys weren't exactly high on the charts, and I know that's not really important, but, where are you actually?
I think we're fine. Like even if you look at last year, I wasn't better than P20th yesterday or last year until Fast Friday, and we were second. So, yeah, I mean, I think we're maybe trying different things and working on the race car, whereas maybe other people are doing other stuff, and getting toe laps also is like a big thing. If you get a good one, then you can see how far you can shoot up. I thought I got a good one yesterday, and it was like a 222, and it was P26. So, but no, our car in traffic feels amazing, and today we're gonna start working into some qualifying program and do a little bit of qualifying run work, but it ended up raining, so we couldn't. But yeah, got plenty of time for tomorrow and Friday for that.
I'm not expecting a 12-minute Pato answer like I got from him, but what did you think of the Miami GP, and is there anything maybe we could learn in IndyCar from that?
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, I think like it wasn't as much as a motor race as it was kind of like a show, right? So I think like purists and stuff that would have gone to Miami GP and wouldn't have enjoyed it as much as maybe going to a race like COTA for Formula One. As far as IndyCar, I think people always say like, oh, F1's such a big deal, and like they put on these huge shows, but like imagine if IndyCar raced here once a year. What do you think it would be like, right? And we do. If it would be the Indy 500, and we pulled 300,000 people in here. So, yeah, it's hard to compare where people spend a lot of money to go to F1 races, whereas they can just wait an extra month and they'll be able to drive 2.5 hours to an IndyCar race. So it's hard to kind of get that big sellout feel for like one event in the U.S., right? Where they have two, but only two events in the U.S. So, I mean, I think it's something that we've seen IndyCar be able to do, right? When they go to Surfers Paradise, I think Toronto's a good example. It's not as big of an event as Miami was for sure, but it's a bigger IndyCar race feel, and a lot more people show up to maybe some of the other races.
So your thought is to go international?
I do like some international racing. I know some people are against it, but I think it would be good. I think if you get the right people involved, like if Honda really wanted a race back in Japan, or a race in Mexico would be great there's a lot of Mexican IndyCar fans, and a lot of Pato fans, so it would be great for a Mexican race. I'm sure they would show up in full force. But yeah, I think there's certain situations that would be cool. I think I'm more against maybe doing road courses if we were to go to Europe, just because I think ovals are so like non-existent over there. Yeah. So I think it'd be something cool for European fans to have again when we used to race at Lausitzring and Rockingham and stuff like that. So it would be cool to kind of get back to Europe and try a race. But yeah, at the moment I'm pretty happy with how the schedule is too.
I know you're tired of answering this question. I have to ask you, though, about McLaren and the testing program. I think I read recently that not only will you be in an old car, but at some point maybe an FP1 drive. Anything else to talk about with that?
So that's something that I read in the media too. Yeah, I don't know how truthful it is, but they do need to do their two. I think it's two FP1s that they need a rookie in. We're seeing Nick DeVries this weekend do it in Barcelona, so it would be cool to be able to race on or do an FP1 on a race weekend. A little bit more of a feel for what those cars are like, because I'm sure the car that I will drive this year will be different. But yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be really cool. It's childhood dream of mine to be able to get in a Formula One car. The first time I sat in one was at the museum. I sat in the 92 Benetton like a month ago. So it'll be cool to get in one again and actually be able to start the thing up and drive it.
And what about Mario when he gets to drive one at COTA? Are you guys gonna be trading some data?
So I didn't fully understand what was happening, because I thought they were gonna do like some media deal of him driving like the 1985 or whatever MO car, and I was at dinner with him yesterday. He's like, no, I said I don't want to do that. I want to drive I've already driven all those old cars. I want to drive the new ones that are a lot faster than those things. So yeah, it's gonna be cool. Hopefully I'm at Coda, just for that reason. To see him drive that would be amazing, but we'll have to wait and see.
And we did actually have a media bullpen today. Believe it or not, it was dry today. We talked to a few different drivers you haven't heard from on this channel yet, or maybe some you haven't heard from in a while. Let's get into it. Technically day 3 here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for you. How are you feeling?
I'm good. I had a good long sleep.
I meant about the car, big buddy.
No, the car is good. The open test we did here, we weren't really that happy with the car. We showed up here yesterday with a similar car, and all 3 cars rolled out, and we were pretty happy with the balance. It seems to be better in clean air than dirty air, so that's something we need to figure out, as the races will be in dirty air no matter how we turn it around. So we got to sort that out, and then we'll be in a better place then.
Obviously, your background is European road racing. This is your 5th or 6th day on a super speedway. What is that transition like to someone who's never done it before?
It's nuts. I mean, it like rolling out. It feels so strange because you're just going to drive around in circles, and we never grew up in Europe with that mentality. To come over here, we know it's sort of the American culture, so we gotta fit in there. But I'm enjoying every second of it. I mean, it's different. It's a new challenge, and who doesn't love a new challenge?
So how much are you guys going to be focusing on qualifying setup versus the race setup? I know that's something that the Rahal team has struggled with in the past, but there's only 33 cars here. There's no chance of you going home. So is it a total race focus at this point, or are you thinking you want to try to qualify a little bit higher?
I mean, the focus is on both. I wouldn't really say we at the moment focus on one more than the other. We know we need to qualify better than we did at Texas. Couldn't quite get much worse than that. But we straight away after the weekend, or even straight after qualifying, we knew what we did wrong. So looking at the other cars, we knew we were in a wrong kind of philosophy at that point. We had a good race car there. I'm pretty sure we can turn that around to a good race car here as well. So we just need to, spend the days wisely and use the time we have.
Devlin DeFrancesco, 3rd day here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Oval. How you feeling?
We're excited. We're very much excited. The 29 crew is very excited. All of Andretti Steinbrenner Autosport is excited. We definitely have some work to do, but I don't think we look too bad.
So the thought process has been, since there's only 33 cars, a lot of people are kind of really focusing on the race side of things. Is that kind of your focus right now?
Yesterday it was. We were very much focusing on the race car and traffic and timing our runs, getting our runs right. I think we looked good at certain points of the day. I think we looked maybe average at certain points of the day, but overall I think we have a good baseline to work from, and I'm looking forward to getting out today. Hopefully the weather stays dry, but I think we have a good package to work with.
There's a big advantage with the team you guys are with, and it's kind of always exciting as a spectator to see all 5 of the Andretti Autosport cars go out all at the same time. What is that process like for you as a rookie joining this team and seeing that kind of synergy?
Very valuable to be able to lean on all those guys, and we have different setups we could pick from all 7 of us, including the Shank guys, and being able to look at the data of a 4-time Indy 500 winner always helps, just to get his advice and lean on him a little bit. And he is a master at this place for sure. But Colton has been very strong. So is Alex. So being able to lean on them and what do you think about this? What do you think about this? If I have this, what do I need to do? Just being able to not only a little bit of reassurance, but to answer some questions that maybe I couldn't ask other people.
What would you say the biggest challenge has been as a rookie coming to this particular racetrack?
It's fast. It's extremely fast, but being able to judge your timing and get your timing right, I think, is tricky. It's tough, but when you nail it, it really does feel good.
Yeah, I mean, it's for me, it's I'm welcoming everything with open arms, and I'm happier to be back. I think when it's a continuation of a season, it can be pretty grueling these 2 weeks on you. So, but I'm looking forward to every part of it, and I have more of a smile on my face, I think, knowing that I've kind of manipulated my schedule the way I want it.
How's the car race-wise and then qualifying-wise?
I think race-wise, I think we're one of the best ones right now. Qualifying is going to be what it's going to be. The car is going to go as fast as it's going to go.
And you know, we don't have a shot at pole this year, speed-wise, but we've done that. I haven't won a race yet.
Well, here we are with Stefan Wilson. Now, you got to run in traffic yesterday. We'll tell you some serious stuff before we actually do the rainfill stuff. How was it?
Yeah, it was not too bad, actually. You know, we got through a refresher program. I think we breezed through that pretty much. You know, ticked the box there. It's certainly easier coming back after just 1 year off than it was 3 years off and having a whole new area screen and figuring that out like it was last year. So I just got through that methodically and then came back to the pad, checked everything, ticked a few other items off the list, and then went back out there and got a few laps of traffic. I would have liked to have got a few more, but it was nice to just get those 5 or 6 laps in a day and at least put up a 222, which is not amazing, but at the same time, where it was on 27 lap old tires and, you know, 5th or 6th lap in dirty air. So, you know, it's hard to expect much more than that on day one with where we were 48 hours before.
So I just want to talk just generally real quick about what's going to happen tomorrow. It seems like it will be dry tomorrow, so it'll be a full day of running. And since I kind of talked to a lot of drivers yesterday, the sense of urgency is going to go up tomorrow because now you're going to only have one practice session left before Fast Friday and before the boost comes up and people start focusing on their qualifying setups. It's interesting that a few drivers have kind of come to the forefront, and they all drive for Chip Ganassi Racing. I'm really beginning to look at Chip Ganassi Racing right now and say, man, I think they may be the front runners for this Indianapolis 500, particularly Jimmie Johnson. You think about him being third on the no-tow charts and third on the tow charts yesterday, and then I start to think, okay, he seems confident. If he figures out traffic, which I do believe he will, I think he's got a really good shot. He's got a brand new chassis. You may not have picked that up in the video yesterday, but that's what he did tell us. So I wonder about Jimmie Johnson. That's kind of something I've been thinking about. Well, it is a rain day. It's a rain-filled day. And because it's a rain-filled day, we did have a little bit of fun. First, we're going to talk to Stefan Wilson about beef jerky, and then we're going to talk to a few other drivers about things that have nothing to do with the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been David Land on YouTube. Enjoy these clips, and we'll see you in the next video. Now, full disclosure, he bribed me to come over here. One of the things that you do when it's raining is you eat, and one of your sponsors is actually edible. So here we go, Stone Cold Steve Austin style. We got some
original cut flavor here.
Whoa.
Original cut nollie jerky. So I was saying to David before, like, this is really unflattering and awkward to eat jerky on camera. So here we go.
Listen, I was like, I'm gonna accept the chaos. It's rain delay coverage.
All right, am I going first here? You take that.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take it. Oh okay. There. Oh look at that. See, now I'm smart. He took a big piece. I'm gonna take a little sample because then I can chew it. Oh man.
How'd you talk?
And then I can talk. Yeah. See, because well, I'm an American. We don't have any manners, right? So, you know, I can just talk when I eat, whatever, or eat when I talk when I eat. That's some good stuff.
It's like really tasty. I'm not even just saying that because they're sponsoring me. It is awesome jerky, and I'm proud to be, have them as a partner, really, because it's a really good product that I can stand behind.
Now, one of the things that I've noticed, and you've noticed, and you mentioned it in the last time we talked, is that the fans have really been kind of supporting this. How crazy has that been for you?
It's been amazing. It's been like overwhelming. Not that I didn't expect IndyCar fans to be supportive. I mean, IndyCar fans are the most brand loyal of any sports fans, but even still, just seeing people tweet about it, hey, I'm going to start buying this brand now. I'm going to check out this brand. That means a lot. It helps me, provide ROI to these brands that are making this all possible. So very thankful to have Nolly Jerky on board, as well as Lola Sport and Sierra Pacific as well, Sierra Pacific Window. So, and it's good jerky.
Well, now, what else are we getting up to today? Because, oh, my God, it is bucketing down right now. What do you do on a rain delay besides eat beef jerky?
I was ready to go. I was all suited and booted. I got up to the timing stand 11:45, and I was optimistic. I was like, okay, we're going to be here. We're going to get some laps in. And then, sure enough, 11:53, it started raining, and I'm like, no way. So, it would have been really valuable to be out on track today, for sure, no doubt about it. But at the same time, there's still a lot of things on the car that we want to keep refining. And at the same time, it gives the crew a chance to catch their breath a little bit. They've been nonstop since being on track at Mid-Ohio, winning there, and then coming here and starting on the IndyCar.
Stefan Wilson, driver of the number 25 Dragon Speed Cusick Motorsports and AJ Foyt Racing Channel, and he would say it's good, but it is actually good beef. Ooh.
Teriyaki. My mom always said, "Don't speak with your mouth full," but here I am. Teriyaki
I'm a bad influence.
is the best flavor for sure.
How do you stay occupied during these rain delays outside of talking to weirdos with purple microphones?
I'm on episode 3 of Star Wars, so I'm just rewatching all the Star Wars at the moment. A lot of guys have like Xboxes or like Nintendos and stuff in their bus. I don't, but I do have a smart TV.
So here's the really important question. We watched episode 2 on Star Wars Day. Why the hell, when the Geonosis battle is happening and Yoda's coming in with the clones, why does he decide to say, around the survivors a perimeter create? Shouldn't he have just said it like normally so the clones could understand him? Your thoughts?
I don't know. I don't know that much about like clone lore and what it's like, but maybe they can. I don't know. Other people, do people speak not like? Is there other languages spoken to clones that they understand?
Bro, I have no idea. You gotta watch the Clone Wars, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know that answer, but I think if you understand English, it'd be pretty easy to kind of get an understanding of what he's saying.
I'm literally gonna have to buy him a jacket.
Probably the NASCAR, IndyCar.
If I'm cold, then why not?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're stylish, and I'm old, so I mean, that says a lot.
Purple brings the green out of my
And
eyes.
these are custom. These are not left over from the Prince
They're
Purple
nice.
Rain Tour. Okay, these are custom.
They're nice.
They're beautiful. Thank you.
How can we even top that? I don't even know how to top that.